них не будь хоть никогда, сойдет длиною.
A complete disaster. After being a part of this hobby for more than 4 years now and being experienced with planted tanks as an aquascaper, I do too face some difficult situations such as this. I made a few mistakes along my journey in this tank. I'll be listing out all the mistakes that I made with this tank so that you can avoid such problems too. Now, thank you for being a part of this journey. I'll be going through the mistakes I made with this tank. So the first mistake, lights. Previously we were using a set of Neo Helios lights and they were not quite as powerful as the Chihiro's WRGB2 Slim. And when I got this light, it was set at full intensity for 6 hours a day. That was the first step leading to this algae disaster. So the solution to avoiding the first mistake would be to get an appropriate light for your tank. Not too bright, not too dim. And also maintain a good lighting schedule. So if you give a lot of lighting, there definitely will be algae blooms, and too less lighting can also lead to your plants suffering. What I've noticed is a lot of hobbyists and beginners, they just blast their lighting throughout the day for around 12 hours or maybe even more. That must be avoided. The best lighting schedule would be 5 to 6 hours and a bit more if your plants demand. Mistake number 2. I gave a lot of fertilizers. So what I did was I used the estimative index method of fertilization, which is basically providing the plants a lot of nutrients at the same time. And also I did miss out on water changes. When you're using the EI method of fertilization, you're supposed to keep up with your water changes or you'll definitely have algae breakouts. Now, the solution for the mistakes I've made in this aquarium would be to do weekly water changes, or even better, 30 to 40% water change every day. And I'll also dose a little bit less of fertilizers. So before I was giving around 2.5 ml of EI dosage. Now I've reduced it to 1 ml per day, and I'm doing a water change once every 3 days. Another big change I made was using the Chihiro's app to reduce the intensity of my lighting. And that's about it. Let's see how it turns out in a few weeks. So this fertilization with a combination of this light, boom. Mistake number 3, overfeeding. So what I did was I had emerald rasboras in here and they were quite skinny. I wanted to put some size onto them, so I would feed more than necessary. And a lot of the food would get stuck between the crevices of the rock, and since I've used lava rock, a lot of that food used to get stuck in the rock. And that led to another disaster in the tank. The solution to problem number 3 would be to avoid overfeeding and feed your fish only once every 2 days. Algae is a very common part of our aquarium hobby, and I didn't have a cleanup crew to help me out with this. So what I did was I got a cleanup crew. I got bristlenose plecos, I got Amano shrimps, and Amano shrimps, they're one of the best algae eaters. They'll even eat blackbeard algae if you starve them enough, but I wouldn't recommend you do that. And now let's see how it turns out. I hope my crew will help me with getting rid of this algae, and yeah, that's about it. Another point I wanted to add is your cleanup crew won't help you completely get rid of the algae. They will control it to an extent, but most of the work is up to you. You need to keep up with your water changes, you need to fix your lighting schedule, and make sure you dose the right amount of fertilizers. These are the mistakes I made with my aquarium. And if you have some more questions or further doubts on how to get rid of algae, please drop down a comment and I'll get back to you. If you like the videos, please do comment, share, like and subscribe. It goes a long way. Thank you and happy fish keeping.